Hello, good morning children. Today let us study about the cultural contributions of Vijaynagar Empire. In these cultural contributions, we will study about the administration, social system, economic system, literature and art and architecture. In administration was carried on in a traditional manner. After the death of the king, the eldest son will become the king, and the administration was divided into state, nadu and village. Nadu means group of village. Then the king enjoyed absolute power in judicious matters, and the punishment was severe given by the king. And village was the last level of administration, and the administration was carried by the Grama Sabha. And they maintained a mighty army, and three hierarchy was there. Armies from the sent by the vassals, and armies permanent army, and army from the security guards of the king. There are three divisions in the three types of armies were there. One was sent by the vessels, and other one is the permanent army, and the third one is the personal security of the king. And it was divided into infantry, cavalry, elephant and cannons. Now the social system. The society was based on varnas. It was based on varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas and Shudras. And sati system, child marriage and monogamy was prevalent during those days. Sati system was there, child marriage was there and monogamy. But kings and the rich men during those days did not follow the monogamy, they followed the polygamy. That is, they married more than one woman. And women enjoyed a defined dignified status. She enjoyed dignified status, and we find women's wrestlers during those days. The holy Deepavali and Dasara festivals are celebrated. Dasara festivals were celebrated in a great manner and at Hampi. These were the administration and social system. Administration was carried on in a traditional manner. After the death of king, the eldest son will become the king. The administration was divided between the nadus, state, nadu and village. The king enjoyed absolute power in the judicial matters. Village was the last level of administration, and administration was carried by Grama Sabha. Mighty army. There was three hierarchy: army sent by the vassals, and armies permanent army, and army from the securities of the king. And it was divided into infantry, cavalry, elephants and cannons. Now social system, it was based on varnas. Sati system, child marriage, monogamy was in practice, and women enjoyed dignified status. Holy Deepavali and Dasara festivals were celebrated. Now, what are the economic system? Economically, Vijaynagar was prospered, and land revenue was the main source of income. 1/4 of the land revenue was collected from the farmers, and other taxes were the professional tax, land tax and road tax, etc. Agriculture was the backbone of the economy, and people grew different types of grains, and some crops were ragi, paddy, wheat, etc. Progress in the field of industry. There was progress in the field of industries and commerce, and some of the crops were exported. That is, pepper, cloves, cardamom, etc. were exported. This is about the economic system. Economically, Vijayanagar was prospered. Land revenue was the main source of income. 1/4 of the land revenue was collected as income, and the other income was from land tax, professional tax, revenue tax, road tax, etc. Agriculture was the backbone. People grew different kinds of crops like ragi, paddy, wheat, etc. And progress in the economic field, in the field of industries and commerce. Spices like pepper, cloves, cardamom, etc. were exported. Now, um, what do you find in the literature? Literature, due to peace and order, literature also flourished. Various works were created in Kannada, Sanskrit, Telugu, and Tamil. Ratnakara Varnis, Bharatesha Vaibhava, Chamarasas, Prabhulinga Leela, and Kumaravyasas, Gadugina Bharata were the famous works of during these days. That is during the Vijaynagar Empire, Vijaynagar rule. That literature was also flourished because there was peace and order, and they wrote in different languages, that is Kannada, Sanskrit, Telugu, Tamil, and famous works were Ratnakar Varnis Bharatesha Vaibhava, Chamarasas Prabhulinga Leela, and Kumaravyasas Gadugina Bharata. And now contributions in the field of art and architecture. They have built many mosques, temples, monuments, palaces, and they built lot of temples. In the temples, the features of the temples were unique, special features. What were they continued the architectural style of Chalukyas, Cholas, and Hoysalas. They followed their style, and they constructed the huge auditorium and marriage halls. Temples had huge towers, that is Raya Gopura, and leaf-shaped arches and platforms. More than ornamentation, qualities of grandeur and elegance were given importance. Grandeur means that beautiness, awesome. Awesome means awesome. The temples were awesome, and elegance means beautiful. Were given importance. Important structures were Vijaynagar temples, Virupaksha temples, and stone chariots. Some of the important structures: Vijaynagar temples, Virupaksha temples, and stone chariots. Now, unique features: continued the architecture style of Chalukyas, Cholas, and Hoysalas. Construction of huge auditorium and marriage halls. Temples had huge towers, that is Raya Gopura. Leaf-shaped arches and platforms were there for the temples. More than ornamentation, qualities of grandeur, awe and elegance were given importance. These were the special features or unique features of architecture. Now, what are some of the temples? That is the Virupaksha Temple. It has a gopura, huge gopura. This is a gopura, and this is stone chariot. This is a monument. Now, Vijaynagar Temple. This is a Vijaynagar Temple. This is some of the famous temples and the structure of the Vijayanagar Empire, built during the Vijayanagar Empire. This is about the contributions in the field of administration, social system, economic system, literature, and in the field of art and architecture. Thank you, children.